What a motherfucking banger. Okay, y'all, we about to get into this message. Y'all probably was like, damn, Poca ain't even go live today. She fake as fuck. She fake as fuck. I'm not. Poca was sleeping. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but Poca just woke up. Poca was knocked out. Spirit said, go to bed. I said, you ain't gotta tell me twice, thrice, 4 times. You ain't gotta tell me multiple times. This does not have to be a multiple choice question. I'm gonna lay my motherfucking ass down. Okay? The song is called Do You Know by Donnie, D-O-N-N-I-E. He's one of them, like, he's an artist from like the early 2000s. Like, he one of them if you know type people, and a lot of people are not hip. But anywho, we about to get into this message now. Y'all know usually Spirit doesn't really they don't always tell me what we gonna talk about. But today they did, and the message is you finally released that soul tie. And that's why I had to play that song, because that song is saying, do you know what you're doing? Do you know who you're screwing? You can't have your cake and eat it too. Okay? I feel like some of you guys have been releasing soul ties. This does not have to be romantic, because soul ties are not just a romantic thing. And I be trying to, you know, give y'all the juice. Soul ties are not always romantic. It don't always have to be a lover, but sometimes it is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of you guys have been releasing these soul ties. I feel like some of y'all have been releasing soul ties from years ago. Like, these are people that you have been tied to from years ago. Okay, like your first type shit. Like motherfuckers that you was intertwined with in high school or in your early 20s. Like, we don't realize that we be carrying a lot of energy around with us. We don't be recognizing like how many different energies, you know what I'm saying, that we've picked up along our journey. There's a lot of people that we didn't, you know what I'm saying, rub shoulders with and did the do with and have built energetic relationships with, and we carry a lot of that shit throughout our lives, and we be trying to figure out like, why the fuck am I feeling the way I'm feeling? You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck is my energy all over the place? Why can't I get certain things in order in my life? And this is why cleansing your energy on at least a bi-weekly basis at the bare minimum is so fucking important. This is why calling your power back and doing your shadow work is so fucking important, because you never know who or what energy you're carrying around with you. Okay, you just don't be knowing. Like, you be in a whole new area of your life, but you still are dragging along old ass, stagnant ass, stale ass fucking energy. Okay? But I feel like, especially with this being a night of the full moon, I feel like a lot of y'all have been releasing. Like, letting go of things that no longer serve you. Some of y'all been calling y'all power back. Some of you guys have been doing cleansing rituals, or you've just been very, very in tune with your energy. Some of y'all need to write down all of the lovers that you've had and burn that shit. And I'm being so serious. I don't judge, okay? Because we all have been in, you know, different places in our lives. We've done different things with different people, okay? And before I knew who the fuck I was outside too. So I don't judge no motherfucking body. But it's not about, you know what I'm saying, all of that. It's about making sure that you are clearing that energy up. Because what's done is done. You know what I'm saying? You did what you did. It is what it is. You can't go back and take that shit back. Okay? Like, you know, it is what it is. But you need to write all of their motherfucking names down. And you need to do a releasing ritual and burn that shit. Okay? Some of y'all need to do some spiritual baths. Get you some motherfucking sea salt. Okay, get you a nice little cup of white vinegar, and you need to go sit in that water. Okay, y'all know I'm gonna keep it to y'all straight. I don't listen. I don't give a damn. People don't want to be real, and that's why a lot of motherfuckers is out here still carrying around old ass toxic ass energy, because don't nobody want to live in reality. We grown as fuck. If you lay down with somebody, you lay down with somebody. Just make sure that you're not picking shit up when you get up. That's the whole motherfucking point. Okay? And when we didn't know what to do, how to move, we didn't know to you know what I'm saying, release the motherfuckers that we laid down with. We didn't have that knowledge. But Poca gonna make sure you got the motherfucking knowledge. I'm not gonna have you walking around here carrying around baggage and shit. That's crazy. You can sit in the bath as long as you want to. But you just, you need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to get up in that water. You need to get up in that water. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how long you in it. Just get up in there. Until your heart is happy. But a lot of y'all have released some soul ties. I knew, you know, anytime spirit tells me to lay the fuck down, it's usually because I'm going to have a dream about something that is going to relate to what we need to talk about. And I did. Okay? And I'm not going to get too much. Y'all know I don't get into all the details in my dream because that's not y'all business. But the part that is y'all business is there are some soul ties that have been severed. Okay? Now, this is the thing. When you sever a soul tie, you can expect for that person to either reach out to you in some type of way, shape, or form, or to be pulling on your energy in some type of way, shape, or form. So either you're going to be thinking about that person because they're pulling on your energy, or that person is actually going to take the initiative to try to reach out. Okay? Now, when or if this person reaches out, don't you say a damn thing. If they hit you up on social media, act like you ain't see it. If they call your phone, act like you ain't see it. Don't get back into any type of contact with this energy. Number one, because some of y'all, if we being realistic, some of y'all not strong enough to have no conversation with people and leave them where the fuck they at. We just got to be real, okay? When you really fuck with somebody, when you love somebody, when you got to let go of a motherfucker that you really care about, that's some of the hardest shit to motherfucking do. And some of y'all know that you're not strong enough to sit there and try to be friends and have conversations and get closure. Fuck all of that. Y'all know I'm going to keep it a whole being with y'all. Fuck that. The closure is bye. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the closure. The closure happened when I released you. We don't need to have no conversation. We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to have no kumbaya moment. I don't need to meet you for drinks, coffee, dinner, nothing. Okay? Period. For some of y'all, if you have not released this soul tie yet, then this is exactly what the fuck you need to be doing. This is not a season for anybody to be holding on to anything that no longer serves them. And a lot of y'all have been really playing the fence when it comes to releasing this specific person. And you just need to be real with yourself. You can't keep going back to no bullshit. You can't keep trying to make bullshit smell good. It's never going to smell good. It's always going to be funky. The shit is always going to be funky. You can spray all the Febreze you want. You can light all the candles and incense you want. You can burn shit. You can do whatever you want. And that stench is still going to be there. A lot of y'all are being hit with the fact that these people are just not your people. Again, this doesn't have to be romantic. For some of y'all, this is a friendship. Dead that shit and move on. It's time to move on. No more carrying baggage around. No more trying to spray perfume on Dookie. It is what it is. The shit stinks. Let it go. If you want to get to this next level. Now, if you cool with being where you at, repeating these same motherfucking cycles over and over and over, then you just keep doing what you're doing. But to get new, you got to do new shit. We talk about that all the time. If I want to be in a new environment, I got to be doing some new things. I got to take new actions in order to get me into a new environment. If I want to receive new things from spirit, I got to put out new things. Okay? You can't keep living the same shit over and over, dealing with the same people over and over. And for some of y'all, it's not even a specific person. It's the energy that you keep bringing back. You keep attracting back to you. So it can come in the form of different people. But it's the same familiar ass energy. And it's time to let that shit go. Some of y'all need to call y'all power back. Okay, and that's easy as 1, 2, 3. I call my power back from any place that I left it, that it was taken, or that I put it down and didn't think about it. I call my power back clean from any people, places, or things that are not worthy of it. Keyword, clean. Okay? I don't want my power back after you didn't. It's like when somebody take your shirt or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just about to put it back on my body. I'm gonna wash that motherfucker. I call my power back clean. I gotta run this shit through the wash machine and get all the shit, because I don't know what you've been doing in my shirt or my hoodie or my jacket or my clothes. I don't know what the fuck you've been doing. I need to go run this through the wash machine. You got to do that with your power. You got to run your power through the wash machine, because you don't know what the fuck people was doing with it. You don't know what they was using your power to do. Period. And the reason why a lot of y'all wasn't able to get shit done in your own life is because you done lent out your power to some other motherfuckers. So the power that you need to get things done for you, you can't even motherfucking do it because you done gave it to somebody the fuck else. You working from zero. This is a full moon. Some of y'all need to be releasing. A lot of times people be excited about full moons because y'all think this is a time where y'all need to be motherfucking manifesting. You don't need to be manifesting a fuck ass thing other than some self-love. Look at that. Self-mastery, the first card coming out. You don't need to be manifesting no money. You don't need to be worried about no cars, no clothes, no hoes. You need to be manifesting some self-love, some self-care, some understanding, some confidence, some insight, stronger intuition, deeper relationship with yourself and your spirit team. Those are the things that some of y'all need to be manifesting right now, so that you can release what the fuck does not serve you. There's a lot of things that do not serve you, and you keep dragging this shit around. It's not gonna fucking work. It's not going to work. And this is why a lot of y'all be finding yourselves in the same fucking position. It's like you get a little bit of progress and then it gets snatched away, or another problem drops. Because you're not dealing with the root. There's a root to every fucking situation, problem, circumstance, everything. There's a root to it all. Until you start to get to that root, it's going to be what it's going to be. Period. Some of y'all need to acknowledge the truth about whatever this relationship is. You got truth and communication at the bottom of the deck. This is dealing with the throat chakra. Keep it a stack. Be for real. And that's the thing. It's not about it not hurting or not making you feel no type of way. Of course, it's going to make you feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of y'all think, if it don't feel good to me, then that's not the right move. Everything that I do gotta feel good. No, boo. When you releasing some shit that don't serve you, but you love it and you got feelings for it, it's not gonna feel good. Whether that's a relationship, whether that's a friendship, for some of y'all as family members, you gonna have to let go, because peace is the goal here. And in order for you to get peace, you got to be a little uncomfortable first. That's a part of it. In order for you to get peace in your life, for you to get comfortable in your life, for you to be at a place where you are in tune with yourself, self-mastery, working on yourself, you got to get a little uncomfortable and do some shit that don't feel good. That's just how it goes. And it's like that for everybody. So don't allow nobody around here to try to convince you that getting to a place of peace is just easy peasy. Because it's fucking not. It's really not. And a lot of these motherfuckers look like they got a comfortable ass life because they don't have no peace. You can have all the money in the world. You can have all the success that you want. And still have no peace. And be in hell for real. And a lot of these people are in hell. We talk about that all the time over here. Don't let these motherfuckers try to convince you that they not going through nothing. Just because they got some shit that you feel like you don't have. These motherfuckers is living in hell. So if you gotta sacrifice for your peace, you better motherfucking sacrifice. If people gotta talk shit, let them talk shit. If people gotta judge you, let them judge you. Oh fucking well. If you can't go on a trip, you can't go on a trip. If you ain't got the money for this, you ain't got the money for this. It is what it is. But do you got peace? Peace that surpasses all understanding. Universal light. A lot of y'all are being called to a different space, and this is why Spirit is taking you through this harsh releasing cycle. It feels harsh, of course, because who the fuck wants to do that? Who wants to let go of the people that they love? Who wants to be separated from, you know, the people that they've been around for all this time? Nobody wants to go through that. It sucks. And what was we talking about earlier this week or last week? It's okay for you to say, this shit sucks. It's okay for you to be upset. It's okay for you to say, I'm uncomfortable and I don't fucking like it. It's okay for you to say, you know, Spirit, I'm mad. Why can't they just get themselves together? That's what a lot of y'all be saying. Why can't they just act right? Why can't they just do this? Why can't they just do that? Because they're not so fucking supposed to. They're not supposed to. They're not for you. Anything that is not for you will never come correct in your life. It's never going to be corrected. It's never going to work out. That's just the truth. That's just the reality of the situation. And a lot of y'all are trying to make some shit that will never work out. And you get frustrated every single time you're met with the same bullshit. You keep hitting this brick wall because you're trying to force some shit that's not supposed to work. You ask for your new beginnings. You ask for this new relationship with Spirit. You want to tap in. You want to get deeper with your spirituality. You want all of these things. But then when Spirit starts to give you the guidelines, the requirements, and the regulations of the shit, then all of a sudden, this is too much and you don't want it. Well, you got to make your mind up. Because in order to have this new life, there are things you have to do. In order to be in this new environment, there are things you have to give up. That's people, that's places, that's things, that's thoughts, that's mentalities, that's environments. It has to go. These things cannot survive in this new energy. And a lot of y'all are trying to drag people with you, and they not even ready to go. You're trying to force a new level on somebody else just because you ready to upgrade. That's not how that works. Some of these motherfuckers still are content in being a problem. They still content in bullshitting through life, fucking people over, lying, cheating, scheming, scamming. That's where they at. Because at one point, that's where you was too. Everybody want to act like they're the victim all the motherfucking time. But some of y'all was the cheaters. Some of y'all was the liars. Some of y'all was the scammers. Some of y'all was the manipulators. Let's not play games. We don't play games over here. Okay? If you new here, we don't play games over here. Poca's not about to get up here and tell you that you got $1 million coming when you're a shitty ass person. We're not doing that. At some point, you got to check yourself and look in the motherfucking mirror and get your priorities straight. If I want to go to this next level, what about me do I need to fix and correct? Because I'm the magnet that keep attracting these piss poor ass people. So it's something in my energy that needs to be corrected in order for me to align with the things that I claim that I want. Everybody else is not always the perpetrator. You attracted them motherfuckers. You are the common denominator in every situation in your life. So if I keep attracting the same type of people, if I keep going back and forth with the same type of energies, I have a part that I play in this as well. And until I address my part and be accountable for my part, I'm going to keep repeating the same fucking cycle. I know y'all tired of going through the bullshit, so what are you going to do about it? I know you tired of going through it. I can feel the fucking energy. I know y'all fucking tired. Tired of dealing with it? Tired of being where you at? Tired of not having what you feel like you deserve? I can feel it. I know you're fucking fed up and you're tired. But now you gotta put your big boy, big girl drawers on and make some motherfucking hard decisions. And a part of that is leaving what no longer serves you. Half of y'all leave the motherfucker, then you break the no contact. Well, what the fuck was the point of you leaving? You should have just stayed. But I miss them. Okay, what the fuck? What the hell does that mean? I can miss your ass and still not talk to you. Because I know what goals I have and what I'm trying to achieve is bigger than me missing your motherfucking ass. And if we really get into the meat and the potatoes of it all, a lot of y'all are still dealing with childhood trauma. So these people have only been a decoy for what you actually need to address, which is mommy issues, daddy issues, abandonment issues, not feeling good enough. Let's talk about it. We need to address the real problem. This person abandoned me as a child. So I became an adult that held on to shit way too motherfucking long. I didn't get love or the emotional support that I needed as a child. So I became an adult that made myself the motherfucking support dog for everybody around me. Even though I was going through my own shit and really needed my own help. I don't care if you get an attitude with me. The fuck? The people that you are attracting, you're attracting their motherfucking asses for a reason. You attracting them for a reason. There's something broken within you that's attracting something broken within them. And then y'all two broke ass people having two broke ass motherfucking experiences with each other. Not going nowhere. Not going nowhere. Answer me this. If that was your person, why is there so much chaos in this relationship? Huh? If that was your person, why can't y'all never be on the same page? If that was really supposed to be your person, why ain't this shit solidified already? Some of y'all done been going back and forth with these motherfuckers for years. The same people. Having more kids with them for some of y'all. Let's clock it. Let's clock it. What the fuck? One child wasn't enough? You ain't see that they was a liar when you popped out the first baby? You ain't acknowledge that they was a cheater when you laid down on that motherfucking table the first time and popped somebody big head ass baby out? What we talking about? Let's hello? You're not, well, what's not clicking? If they was going to change, they would have been changed. They had nothing but time and opportunity to do so. But how can you expect change out of them when you've never made no changes within your motherfucking self? Because if you change, you wouldn't even be able to attract them no more. So the fact that you keep attracting that motherfucker over and over means that you ain't did nothing different within you. Accountability. Hello. Full moon. Y'all thought this full moon was going to be all about glitz and glamour and boo. Spirit said, where's the accountability? No more finger pointing. I don't know who got this shit misconstrued and told y'all that the spiritual journey was all about pointing the finger at other people and being a victim all day long. That's not what the fuck we do over here. That's not even close to what we do over here. That's why a lot of people don't take this shit seriously. That's why a lot of people don't get deep into their journey for real. Because you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, oh, you on bullshit. Some of y'all got codependency issues. Some of y'all are emotionally codependent. You can't do nothing without calling them and telling them about what happened in your day. You want them to come to your rescue and act like they care. You're emotionally codependent. Hello? When are you going to stand on your own too? And deal with your own motherfucking emotions. And sit in the room by your motherfucking self. In front of that mirror. And say, okay. Let's do it. I need to work on this. I need to work on that. I need to work on this. I need to work on that. A lot of y'all have succumbed to this motherfucking victim mentality. Everybody is to blame but you. Some of y'all tell the same sob story over and over and over. I got trust issues, but this happened to me, and I went through this, and I experienced this, and this is why nobody needs to be mean to me. This is why nobody needs to yell at me. This is why everybody needs to just be nice and do what I say. This is why you never need to leave me, because I went through all of this. So the fuck what? Everybody done went through some shit. You can't be in this motherfucking realm without going through some trauma. This is a low vibration ass realm. You can't enter this hole without going through some type of trauma, experiencing some type of a loss, having something happen to you. You can't exist here without that. Thank y'all for the gifts. It's not gonna motherfucking happen. Why is your trauma bigger than theirs? You're not nobody's fucking victim. And you can't keep on manipulating people with your emotions. We talked about this last week. Spirit is really doubling down on manipulative ass feminines. You got to come out of that fucking energy. It's not going to work anymore. Yes, you've been hurt. Yes, you've been traumatized, but that don't give you the right to manipulate people with your emotions. With these fake ass tears. Let's be real honest about what the fuck is going on right now. Y'all playing games. Let's be for real. Y'all know how when a motherfucker is about to leave your ass, or you know a motherfucker don't want you no more, or you know somebody on their way out and you want what you want. You want it to go the way you want it to go. So you get to being manipulative with your energy, fake crying and shit. All for attention, all for somebody to feel bad. You can't be out here doing that no more. The divine feminine is rising right now. I pulled my goddess deck just for this. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. Self-sabotage. We got a motherfucking responsibility. Ain't no more blaming these men. You can't keep blaming these motherfucking men when you out here acting the way you acting. Let's talk for real. Let's talk for real. I don't want to hear no men do it too, men do it too. Fuck all that. We already be holding their ass accountable for everything. And we already be dragging them under the motherfucking bus. When are you going to drag yourself? When are you going to be for real about the way that you act? Because it takes two. If he's manipulative, that means he's seeing something manipulative in you. You wouldn't have attracted him if that was not the case. So I don't want to hear men do it too. But about the men, fuck all that. You supposed to be different. You are divine feminine. And half of y'all raising kids. I don't want to hear the motherfucking excuses. We here for a motherfucking reason. The collective of the divine feminine is rising. It's rising. We got work that we got to motherfucking do. And we can't do it trying to play the motherfucking victim all the time. Stop it. A motherfucker can't cheat on me if I don't open the door. What in me made me so insecure that I opened the door for a cheater? Over and over and over and over again. That's something I have to address. That's not a him problem. That's a me problem. If it don't apply, let it fly. Don't get in my comments and get in your feelings. Because if you in your feelings, it's hitting somewhere. You can't do this journey without addressing yourself. What the fuck type shit y'all think this is? This not no finger pointing ass game. What in me attracted a motherfucker that thought that they could manipulate me? What in me attracted a motherfucker that thought that they could cheat on me and play in my face? That's something in me that I gotta fix. It's called self-work, not blame game. Not who can I point my finger at next. You can't rob me of my energy if I don't open the motherfucking door and let you in. Y'all can play them motherfucking games all you want. It is what the fuck it is. If the shoe fits, put it on and stop crying about it. You let the shit happen. Abso-motherfucking-lutely. Something in you was broken enough to allow somebody to come and break you some more. That's what you need to heal. That's what you need to correct. Or you're going to keep being somebody else's motherfucking victim. That's what real healing looks like. Healing is not just crystals and waist beads and cute necklaces. That's not what that is. I don't know who the fuck told y'all that. Y'all think we supposed to be walking through fields of daisies and shit every motherfucking day. That's not what real healing looks like. Real healing is brutal. Because you got to look yourself in the mirror and admit to yourself that you played the biggest role in what the fuck is going on in your life. If I create my reality and my reality is fucked up, that means I created a fucked up ass reality. That's on me. Can't nobody come into my life and dictate my reality. That's not even how that works. Y'all want to have the power, and then when you have the results, you don't want to take credit for it. But boo, I thought you had the power. Which one is it? You a god, you a queen, but then somebody did it to you? You a victim? How the fuck does that work? I'm an empress. I'm a god. I'm a queen. I'm a this. I'm a that. But it's their fault. They did it. I didn't do nothing. I was just here. I'm just the victim. I don't know how it happened. I was just mad at my business and somebody came and took it from me. What the fuck is y'all talking about? How the fuck does that work? So you can manifest money, but you can't manifest bullshit? Manifestation is manifestation, boo. I don't know who told y'all that manifesting is only positive shit. No. You can manifest a whole bunch of bullshit. Look at your life. Look around you. If there's bullshit anywhere in your vicinity, you caused it. I can't manifest for you. What the hell are we talking about today? I'm on y'all ass. And I'm not telling you to do nothing that I don't do for myself. Because this is a daily journey. Daily. Which means you have to have the mentality that everything is not going to be corrected over fucking night. It's not going to happen overnight. This is why we have to give ourselves grace. Nurturing is coming out. I got to give myself grace. I got to give myself love. I got to give myself compassion. I have to give myself understanding. Every single day, I got to face me. The world is not my motherfucking enemy. I am. Because I'm the only one that can stop this journey from flowing the way it's supposed to. Nobody else has the power to do that. So if I'm stagnant in my motherfucking life, I'm the one holding up the process. Can't nobody else hold up my motherfucking process. They don't got the power to hold up my process. Nobody is more powerful than you when it comes to your life. Y'all got to understand that. Y'all got to understand that. Nobody can come off the street and stop your life from proceeding the way it's supposed to do. You can stop it, though. And when you do stop it, you have to be the one to realize that you are the one at fault, so that you can change your energy by changing your action and do something different to get the motherfucking flow back going. Only you can do that. Nobody else can come in your life and do that for you. Nobody can stop your process. Nobody can start your process. Accountability is the energy that Spirit is trying to get y'all in. Because accountability is powerful. If I caused it, I can undo it. If I'm the reason that it is, I can be the reason that it stops. Accountability is power. But if I sit here and I play the blame game all motherfucking day, nothing gets done. And that's why a lot of y'all are on this motherfucking hamster wheel. You're experiencing the same type of people, the same type of circumstances, the same type of situations, the same type of experiences, the same type of energy over and over and over and over and over again. And then you look up, it had been 5 years and you ain't got nowhere. You ain't got nowhere. Energetically, you still in the same place. Because you didn't make the changes. Accountability. Some of y'all don't know how to be alone. You ain't never been alone in your life. Some of y'all go from boyfriend to boyfriend, girlfriend to girlfriend, person to person. You ain't never had a moment by yourself in your fucking life. Codependent, emotional codependency. Some of y'all don't know how to problem solve on your own. Every time something happens, you picking up the phone, calling somebody. Can I get your advice? Let me ask you this. This is what's going on. No relationship with yourself. Ain't sat in a room by yourself ever in your motherfucking life. Ain't fixed the problem by yourself ever in your life. And then you wonder why you can't trust your intuition. Well, who trusts a motherfucker that they don't know? Your intuition is a stranger to you. You don't know that motherfucker. You ain't never spent no time with yourself to get to know that person. I don't trust nobody that I don't know. That's why y'all having a hard time now listening to yourself. You don't know you. So when yourself gets to talking, you're like, who the fuck is that? I don't know you. I don't care. Y'all can get mad all you fucking want. It ain't gonna change what I said. Tough love is the best love, and you gonna get it tonight. It's time to move forward. And the only way you can do that is with some motherfucking accountability. That's the only way. There's no way around it. Some of y'all been trying to remix to ignition, hot and fresh off the kitchen, and get a different result. It's not gonna fucking happen. You gotta go through you. And a lot of y'all are realizing that. The final motherfucking boss is you. You open that motherfucking door expecting for it to be a monster, for it to be your mama, your daddy, for it to be somebody outside of yourself, and you open that door and it was you. You saw your motherfucking self like, hold the fuck up. I know I'm not the demon that's been causing all of this motherfucking ruckus in my life. Yes, you are. And you are. And the beautiful thing about it is, if you caused it, you can change it. People have never taught you that there's power in accountability because the motherfuckers who raised you played the blame game too. Or you have front row seats to how to blame everybody the fuck else. Your mama blamed your daddy blamed your mama. Let's talk about it. Your granny blamed your granddaddy. Everybody around you been pointing fingers your whole motherfucking life. You ain't never met a motherfucker that said, hey, it was me. I did it. I was wrong. Some of y'all don't even know how to apologize. We talking real tonight. Now listen, if you don't like real talk, then go find one of them flugazy ass people that's gonna tell you gonna get a car and you gonna get a car and you gonna get a car. It's not me. Some of y'all don't even know how to apologize. You don't even feel right apologizing or saying that you was wrong in something because nobody showed you how to be accountable. Everybody blames somebody else. And if you grew up in a Christian household, the devil was always to blame. Oh, it's the devil. The devil. The devil. You ain't never knew how to take no goddamn accountability. Which is not a bad thing until you keep doing the shit and you know that is wrong. Now, when you don't know what you don't know, you don't know. But once you find out, you become responsible. That's why spirit is on y'all ass. Because y'all know better. You know that you are the one that's keeping this bullshit going. You know. You know. In here, you know. You may not say it out loud to people, but oh, baby, you know. And that's why spirit is on your ass. Because now you are aware. Awareness is responsibility. This shit is called a spiritual awakening. It means I woke up to what the fuck is going on. I have been awakened to the things that I was once asleep on. And now that your eyes is open, you gotta be responsible for what the fuck you see. Because you caused it. And some of y'all may be like, well, this is how I was raised. Right? This is what they taught me. I tell y'all all the time, it may be their fault that you was traumatized, but it is your fault if you stay traumatized. They don't gotta say they sorry for doing what the fuck they did to you in order for you to heal. Some of y'all waiting on apologies you will never get. So what you gonna do? You just gonna be ain't shit? You just gonna keep being ain't shit until your mama say she's sorry? Until your daddy say that he's sorry? Until the person that betrayed you or traumatized you or did whatever they did say they sorry? What if you never get it? You just gonna live your life as an ain't shit ass person? It's not your fault that it happened, but it is your fault if it keeps fucking happening. You not no goddamn baby. Y'all not slow. Y'all are very educated ass people. And a lot of y'all are spiritually aligned. You are spiritually connected. That's why spirit keep letting them people play in your face. Because obviously that's what you want. Until you get it, they're going to keep letting that person break your heart. You ain't learned the lesson yet? They're going to keep allowing friends to come in and manipulate you and misuse you. You ain't learned the lesson yet? Until you learn the lesson, they're going to keep letting it fucking happen to your ass. Until you learn the lesson, it's going to keep happening. Ain't no child left behind. I told y'all that shit last week. The universe don't do no child left behind. They're not just going to pass you to the next grade just because. Fuck that. You going to repeat this motherfucking grade over and over and over and over. You going to repeat this test over and over and over and over until you act like you know. Until you get some understanding around this motherfucker and make some different decisions. Wisdom is knowledge applied. It's not having the knowledge. And a lot of y'all know what you're supposed to do, but you're not doing it. That's not wise. That's not wise at all. You know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly what your problems are. You know exactly the actions that you need to take in order to get yourself out of this damn energy, but you're not applying it. That's not wise. Wisdom is knowledge applied. It means I learned the lesson and I'm going to move forward with the knowledge that I have and apply it to my situation the way that I need to. Not I learned the lesson, I have the knowledge, and I'm going to keep doing what the fuck I've been doing. That's not wise. And spirit is checking y'all. Or you want this house, or you want this car, or you want this money, or you want these accolades, you want these spiritual gifts. What the fuck you going to do for it? What you gonna put in? What's your role? Or you think you just gonna slut the universe out and not do shit? That's not how this shit work. Go back to church. You might as well go and pay your little tithes and offering, give and get a church a little 10%. You might as well. If you're not gonna do no work. See, spirituality is about work. We here on a mission, boo. We not here to fuck around. We not here to fuck around. We're not. Who would come here to fuck around? Who would choose to come here? If you knew where we came from, you would know that we not here just off some willy-nilly dilly shit. We not here for all that. Because don't nobody want to be here anyway. It's real ghetto around this motherfucker. Don't nobody want to be here. We not here for no cars and clothes and shoes and hoes. We not here for that. Come on now. You think we left the beautiful astral realms where we had peace and prosperity and high vibrational ass energy to come to this crusty motherfucker to just be here making money that we can't even take back with us? If you can't take it with you, then it's not important. If you can't take it back with you, it is not important. And a lot of y'all need to get some clarity about what you are here for. You signed up to come here to do something, to affect some people, to teach somebody, to offer something, to change something. You didn't come here to fuck off. What the hell? So you saying I would have to sacrifice some loved ones in order to elevate? What you think? Come on now, y'all not slow. Y'all not slow. I'm not playing these games with y'all tonight. Y'all are very intelligent people. You're not going to get me. I want you to answer that question because I know you know the answer. And I'm not going to move around your intelligence because I know that you're smart and you're intelligent. Tell me what you think. Some people are just portals to get you here. Some of these motherfuckers were just portals to get you here. And you had to come through those specific wombs because there were specific things you had to heal. And you had to get it from your mama. Let's go into some actual science. Okay? The womb has memory tissue, which means every encounter, every experience that all of the women have had in your life is stored in their womb. That's how we get generational curses. That's how we are born with generational curses. You had to come through specific wombs so that you can heal specific curses. That was your assignment. We're here on assignment. We're not here to just be fucking around. You didn't go through what you went through just for shits and giggles. You think your spirit team would take you through all of that bullshit in your childhood and in your life just for you to be a millionaire? Are we fucking for real? No, you here to heal these bloodlines. I thought y'all was generational curse breakers. What the fuck? I keep telling y'all about these titles. Y'all claim these titles, but titles come with requirements. I can't be a CEO and not do CEO shit. I can't be an executive anything and not do executive shit. Titles come with requirements. So if you're going to be a generational curse breaker, a chosen one, a star seed, a god, a goddess, an empress, an emperor, and all this other shit, there's requirements for those titles. It is what the fuck it is. Now, if you want to fuck around and reincarnate and come back and try it again, then be my guest. People reincarnate every goddamn day. And if you don't fulfill your contract, that's exactly what's gonna fucking happen. Your ass is gonna end up right back here again. That's why some of y'all be having deja vu of the same shit. Because the timelines are blending. When you was here before and fucked up and failed, it's blending with this new timeline. So you're like, hold up, I feel like I did this before. Yeah, you had the opportunity to do it before and you didn't. So what you gonna do this time? If you gotta cut your mama off, cut her motherfucking ass off. What the fuck? I didn't say it was gonna be easy. I said it had to get done. Nobody said it's gonna be easy. Nobody said it's gonna feel good. And y'all gotta stop looking for this journey to feel good all the time. It's not going to feel good all the time. And the more you keep looking for that, you're gonna miss the things that you're supposed to be doing. Some of this requires you to be in very uncomfortable ass situations. We keep talking about pressure. Pressure makes the diamonds. Without the pressure, ain't no fucking diamond. Y'all want the diamond without pressure, baby. That's just a lump of coal. Now, if you want to be a lump of fucking coal, then you can. It's a whole bunch of coal ass motherfuckers around here. But if you want to activate and become a motherfucking diamond, you have to have pressure. And pressure is uncomfortable as fuck. But it's necessary to cultivate you into that diamond. Crystals are made over thousands of years of preparation. Crystals are not made overnight. That's why they're so motherfucking valuable. It took thousands of years for them to be in them dark ass places in the motherfucking caves. Underground. Buried and shit. That take time. Y'all don't want to take time. Y'all don't want to be patient. Y'all want this overnight ass bullshit because society have convinced you that shit happens overnight. No, it don't. Not real shit. Don't no real shit happen overnight. If somebody was to feed you a roast and they just seasoned that motherfucker and then just cooked it on top of the stove, you not eating that. You ain't marinate that hoe. It ain't been cooking for 14, 16 hours. I don't want that piece of bullshit. That motherfucking piece of meat gonna be tough as hell. It's not gonna be tender. It ain't gonna have no season all through it. It ain't gonna have the good juice that it make when it get to cooking. I don't want that bullshit. Y'all want microwave, and this is an oven type of thing. This is a crock pot type of thing. This not no microwave ass journey. You gotta season that motherfucker. You need to marinate it overnight. Using natural ingredients. Put it in that motherfucking slow cooker, that crock pot, and let it just cook and get tender. Or you gonna throw it in the microwave. That's gonna be nasty as hell. Tough as hell. You ain't gonna be able to eat that. That's how you gotta think about this motherfucking journey. Some shit gotta marinate, boo. It's not gonna happen overnight. Some things in your life have to come with patience. You gotta sit there and be content and keep working. If you want it. Now, if you don't want it, do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm here talking to the people that said that they want to elevate. The people who said that they want more out of life. That want to align with their destiny. That's who I'm talking to. If you want to be one of the microwave ass motherfuckers, I am not the spiritualist for you. I am not the spiritualist for you. There's nothing I can offer you. And don't let nobody fool you. Ain't nobody reached their height yet. Everybody is working. We all got work to do. We all got work to do. Ain't nobody arrived. Because if you did, you wouldn't be here. When your mission is complete, you transcend. You leave. It's time to go. So if you looking around and you still seeing the motherfuckers, that mean they got shit to do. Surrender at the bottom of the deck. Are you prepared to surrender? Are you prepared to be wrong? Are you prepared to look yourself in the mirror and be like, all right, we got some shit to do. Let's get this done. Let's get that done. We need to work on this attitude. We need to work on our decision-making skills, because some of y'all decision-making skills suck ass. That's why you keep attracting the same people. That's why you keep ending up in the same circumstances, in the same situations, because you don't know how to make good decisions. And you need to figure out, okay, where's this stemming from? Am I making decisions based on my emotions? Am I making decisions based on my trauma? You got to figure out what is pushing me to make certain decisions. What is the basis? What am I gauging this shit based off of? Because some of y'all are emotional ass decision makers. You keep finding yourself in bullshit ass situations because in the moment you don't know how to make good decisions. You're not thinking things through. So you keep ending up with just anybody. Ending up with babies. Ending up pregnant. Ending up in relationships. Ending up in friendships that don't suffice. They don't work for you. They don't do anything for you because your decision making is piss poor. That's what shadow work looks like. That's why it's called shadow work. You gotta go in the fucking caves and the crevices where it's dark and cold. What y'all thought shadow work was? Oh, I just, I just have a big heart, and that's just why I was sent here to heal people. And, I just have a big heart, so, Spirit just be using me to heal people. Shut the fuck up. I'm so sick of hearing that mess. I'm just here, you know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear that. No, you make fucked up decisions. So you keep attracting fucked up people. And they taking a little bit of energy that you got and they using it. Why shouldn't they? Let's ask yourself, why shouldn't they? If I see a stray dog on a motherfucking street and I let them in my house and there's food in here, why am I surprised when they start eating? What the hell? If I let a stray ass cat in my house and I know I got milk and cookies and shit, why the hell am I surprised when a motherfucker start eating and getting fed up off me? It's not because I have a big heart. It's because the shit is available and I opened the door. You can't fault people for taking advantage of what the fuck you gave them. Y'all don't got no fucking boundaries. So people can come in because this shit is a buffet. Your energy is a buffet. You have an energetic buffet. What you need? I got love. I got support. I got late night talks. I got text messages for you. I got you so handsome. You so cute. I got this. I fight your battles. I give you a little money. What you need? What you need? Y'all like the man off Coming to America that opened his motherfucking jacket and had all the gold ass toothbrushes and shit. What y'all need? What the hell? You out here nursing motherfuckers back to health and then you mad when you ain't got shit that you left with. Duh! Not a boundary in sight. I can't go to the motherfucking White House and jump the fence without expecting a bullet. It's not possible. Before I even get over the motherfucking fence, my ass is grass. I can't do that. People should know. See, people don't disrespect people that they know got boundaries. People don't come and play in nobody's face that they know don't play that shit. Obviously, they know that you play that shit. So what in your life is showing them that you play that shit? That's called self-awareness. What energy am I putting out to let people know that they can come over here and play with me? Because people don't play with everybody. And y'all know that. Because you'll sit back and be like, damn, well, why they don't treat them like that? Or the motherfucker that was playing with you, you look up and they in a whole committed ass relationship being faithful as hell to that other woman. They was never faithful to me. They told me they didn't even want to get married. They told me they didn't want no relationship. No, you was just a trick. They knew that. They can smell that shit on you. They can smell that they can play with you. But that woman wasn't playing with their motherfucking ass because she knew herself. I done had it happen to me. I done had niggas come play in my face and then go commit to somebody else. I'm like, what the fuck? I couldn't blame nobody but me. This shit was a motherfucking water park. A motherfucking Sunday afternoon. They can just come over here and play around and kick their motherfucking feet up and shit. And then the other motherfucker said, you're not going to do that shit over here. I had to be accountable. What in my energy said that this was a motherfucking theme park? Because I don't want nobody else to come over here and think that they can motherfucking play around. So what do I need to do? I had to establish some boundaries. First, I had to close the motherfucking door. The shop is closed until further notice. And some of y'all not willing to do that. You're still dating even though you don't know how to love yourself. Why are you dating and you don't know how to love yourself? Why are you dating if you don't know yourself? Before you can be a wife or a husband, you got to be a man and a woman. You got to be in tune with your motherfucking self. If I'm not in tune with myself, why the fuck am I out here dating? Because you lonely and you don't know how to be by yourself. That's the answer. Now you need to figure out, why don't I know how to be by myself? Who taught me how to be content in my own energy? Probably nobody. That's why you don't know how to do it. Broken women create broken women. Broken men create broken men. It is what the fuck it is. That's how it goes. So who was broken that created you? Yeah, that's why I said some of y'all gotta release y'all mamas. Some of y'all gotta release y'all daddies. Some of y'all gotta let go of the fact that these people will never apologize or see anything from your point of view. They don't see how they traumatized you. My mama didn't see it. My mama didn't see how she traumatized me and how she made me feel the way that I feel. She didn't fucking see it. And guess what? She didn't have to. My healing was not contingent upon her seeing it from my eyes. That was my experience. I still haven't gotten an apology for the things that I need an apology for. But I couldn't sit there and wait for it either. If I would have sat and waited, I'd be gone from here. 80 and 90 goddamn years old, still sitting here looking stupid, being traumatized, and being a fucking victim. You don't need those people's validation in order for you to heal yourself. That's not how that works, Bookie Butt. You can do it on your own. You have to do it on your own because nobody else can do it for you. And guess what? Even if they did apologize, you still have to do the same work. That apology is not going to make everything better and then you're just going to go and start living a beautiful life. No, boo, that's not even how it works. Even if they did open their mouth and validate every one of your experiences and said that they sorry, you still got to do your own motherfucking work. There's nothing you can do about it. Only you can do the work because only you are strong enough to face you. You know the desires of your heart. You know everything that you've experienced. You know every thought that you have, every feeling that you have, every emotion that you have. Only you know all of those intricate details of your energy, which is why only you can fix the fucking problem. It's nothing they can do. You got to get over it. Some of y'all keep wasting all this time trying to get your parents to see shit from your perspective. They're not going to see it, boo. They're not going to see it. You got to let that go. Does it suck? Hell yeah, it fucking sucks. That's why you give yourself space to feel. I'm mad, I'm hurt, I'm angry. You gotta make space. That's why you gotta spend some time by yourself. So you can make space for yourself to feel and deal with these emotions that you have in order to heal them. Some of y'all don't want to go back and sit in those emotions. You want to act like don't nothing affect you. Okay, well, big badass. Let's see how far that gets you. I don't care. I know my mother don't like me. I don't care. Yes, you do. You wouldn't talk about it if you did. You hurt. Most of y'all are hurt little girls and boys living in adult bodies. Emotionally, you still stuck at 8 and 9 and 10 years old when your parent broke your heart and did whatever the fuck they did. You still stuck there. You got to free yourself from that point so that you can emotionally mature and continue to move on and meet whatever goal you need to meet. But it's not going to happen if you're trying to sit here and act like don't nothing affect you. It's two sides of the spectrum. You either don't fucking care, or you want to act like you don't care, or you care too motherfucking much and you hypersensitive. Whatever side of the spectrum you on, you need to acknowledge your feelings. That's the only way you're going to get through this. It's not going to happen with you trying to act like don't nothing bother you. Oh, I'm good. That's how I was. Oh, I'm fine. Shit, I don't even care. Yeah, I know my mother, prefers my brothers over me. You know what I'm saying? But shit, fuck it. I don't care. Shit, I'm independent. I don't need nobody. I raised myself. I did this on my own. And I thought I was talking big shit. Hurt as fuck. Hurt little ass girl. Because my feelings wasn't acknowledged. Because nobody paid attention to me as a child. Because everybody thought that I'm the oldest. So I must be the strongest. I must be the most capable. Just lying to myself. Lying to other people. Afraid of embarrassment. I felt embarrassed that my mother didn't care for me the way she cared for my brothers. That would make me feel embarrassed. So I would just act like I didn't care. That way, I was beating it. I felt like that was me beating it. If I can act like I don't care, then, you know, I got the power. If I could pretend like this shit is not bothering me, and that I'm fine, and I'm unaffected, I got the power. I ain't had no fucking power. I was a hurt little girl. The 5-year-old in me was screaming and crying and throwing a whole temper tantrum and hissy fit. And because I was ignoring it, it was coming out in everything else. My motherfucking attitude was disgusting. Because I did care. An unhealed hurt turns into anger and rage. And a lot of y'all mad. You angry because you're hurt. You talk to people crazy because you're hurt. That's your defensive mechanism. Some of y'all have mastered the art of detachment because you hurt. I don't want nobody leaving me again like my mama did, like my daddy did, so I'm going to leave you. I'm not going to commit because nothing in my life has ever been stable. So I'm not going to commit to a relationship. I'm not going to commit to a friendship. I'm going to play defense. I'm going to always have one foot out the door. Because if I be vulnerable, if I shit my motherfucking feelings, maybe they're going to treat me the way that my mama did or my daddy did. They're going to embarrass me the way that my family did. They're going to treat me the way that these people did. So I'm going to act like the hyper-independent, unbothered ass person who was just unaffected with a nasty ass attitude and anger problems. Now, that's my story. What's yours? Because until you start telling the truth about your motherfucking story, you living in a false ass reality. Look at that. Surrender came right on out again. You gotta surrender to the process. It's no way around it. You cannot be on this journey without healing and surrendering and accountability. There is no journey without those things. There is no journey without those things. And a lot of y'all have given these people so much power, you think that you got the power and you don't. Because if those motherfuckers still control how you feel, how you walk, how you talk, how you act, how you think, you don't have no fucking power. That's why I said accountability helps you claim your power. I'm no longer affected by what you did to me. Because I'm being accountable for what's going on in my life. As long as I put it all in your hands, and I keep being angry, and I keep being mad, and I keep having an attitude, and I keep being hyper independent, and I keep being emotionally codependent, I'm putting the power in everybody else's motherfucking hands. So they control my energy. If this person says something wrong, I'm snapping. That's how I was. I used to go back and forth with my mama so motherfucking much. She say something wrong, I'm going off, crashing out. Because I was hurt. And she was still controlling my energy. Even though I'm out here acting like I'm grown as hell, moved out at 18, had my own shit. She still had control over my motherfucking energy. Because every time she said something that I didn't like, I'm taking off like a motherfucking rocket. In my relationships, I'm treating them like bitches. I'm going to be for real. And a lot of us women do. We talk to these niggas crazy as hell. Fuck you. I'm not crying over you, nigga. You want me to be a girly girl? I ain't gonna be no fucking girly girl. Fuck you. You want to fight? We can fight. We can duke it out. What you want to do? They're like, why you so aggressive? Bitch, I'm not aggressive. Aggressive as hell. Because I was hurt. On emotional get back. fucking people up, not giving a damn. Who are you? I don't give a damn. You don't want to be my friend no more? Okay, I don't care. Fuck you. Even though I cared. Even though I cared like a motherfucker. Even though I was tired of people leaving me. Because it would trigger that childhood part of me that used to sit and wait for my daddy to come pick me up. It triggered that childhood part of me that used to sit there and crave and desire my mother's attention and love. So it made me evil. Now I'm going to be evil. Now I'm going to be mean. Now I don't care. I used to say I'm just blunt. That's just how I am. I just tell it like it is. I'm just real. Girl. Real stupid. I'm just blunt. I'm a Gemini. I just speak my mind. You just not about to play with me. Hurt. Didn't know how to communicate my emotions. Didn't know how to have a conversation and tell people how I felt. I felt like vulnerability was weakness. I'm not about to be vulnerable with you. Niggas would be opening up their heart and shit, and I just listen. Oh, wow. Crazy. Wow. Just ad-libs. Oh, wow. Crazy. Woo. Wow. Wow. They're like, what about you? What about me? What? I'm not sharing shit with you. I don't fucking trust you. I don't know you. I'm not telling you nothing about me. I'm not going to open up and commit. I'm not going to motherfucking tell you my feelings. I'm not doing that. Because the last time I did that, when I was a kid, this is what happened. That's what happened. This is what happened. My mama did this. This person reacted like that. So I'm not fucking saying nothing. People spill their guts. And I'm just like, oh, wow. And then they looking at me to say something. I'm like, well, that was fun. Because you ain't getting shit out of me. I ain't telling you shit about me. I'm not telling you nothing about me. What the fuck? I'm not being vulnerable. I love you, Poca. Thank you. That's really nice. Aren't you so sweet? I love me too. That's crazy. We both love me. Wow. Showing no emotion. And then when them people would leave me or walk away or get tired of me acting the way that I motherfucking would acted, you know what I would do? I would act like I didn't care. But then when I got in my own energy by myself, I would be so hurt. I would cry. I would hold it in so much till sometimes I just crashed out. Crying my eyes out randomly. Don't even know what the fuck going on. Why the fuck am I crying? Why am I being so motherfucking sensitive? Am I coming on my cycle? Period. Not in sight. Period. Not in sight. Nowhere in sight. Baby, that's all them unhealed things that you didn't say. That's all that pain and them feelings that you ain't motherfucking talk about. When you was trying to act like you ain't had no feelings for this motherfucker. When you was walking around this bitch acting like you was mighty, mighty. You gotta give yourself space to feel. If you can't be vulnerable with nobody else, that's okay. Try to get vulnerable with yourself. Sometimes I would sit in the room and I would know that I was mad and upset. And I'd be by myself and wouldn't shed a tear. Couldn't even be vulnerable in my own energy. That's how bad it got. Couldn't even cry. I ain't know where the fuck the tears was. I know I'm hurt. I know I feel some type of way, but ain't no tear in sight. I can't even get the motherfucking tears to activate. If I wanted to cry right now, I couldn't. Because my body then got stored up. And it's just tense. I'm emotionally motherfucking tense. So I wouldn't even allow myself to be vulnerable in my own energy. Because I never practiced it. It wasn't until I started doing shadow work and started getting down to the root of what was going on in my life. Meaning childhood. When I started going through childhood, I started weeping like a fucking baby. When I had my first breakthrough with shadow work, baby, I cried so motherfucking long. That night in that room by myself, I barely had a voice the next day. When people don't listen to you as a child, it creates an adult that don't even want to show their feelings. When people don't acknowledge you as a child, it turns you into an adult who act like you don't give a fuck about nothing, when really, in reality, you give a fuck about everything. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't have no emotion about it. The fact that you mad means that you have an emotion behind it. Look at that. Secrets revealed. Like I said, shit started coming up. I wrote a whole shadow work guide and journal for that exact thing. Go on my website, link in the bio. It's available on Amazon. You can get it through Amazon Prime. I got consultations. I got a mentorship special right now for people who want to get deep into their shadow work. I'm not here to play with y'all. It's time to heal. It's time for us to make some motherfucking changes. Ain't nobody about to keep sitting around holding on to all of that goddamn energy. That's too much for anybody to hold on to. And we're not talking about one trauma. We talking about a trauma at 5, a trauma at 9, a trauma at 10, a trauma at 17, a trauma at 15, a trauma at 12. You got all these different versions of you within you that are unhealed. And you think that you're going to act like an adult? Fuck no. One day the 15-year-old might come out to play. One day the 5-year-old might come out in a motherfucking argument. You wonder why sometimes you act childish. You got 15 different versions of you that's been traumatized just in childhood. We're not even talking about what happened after you crossed over into adulthood. That's a whole nother conversation. At every age you got traumatized that's the age that's stuck with you. Emotionally, you got stuck in that age, in that spot, in that energy. And until you go back and you directly deal with those things, those ages, those experiences, they're always going to be there. So one day, yeah, you may be in a good mood. And then 2 seconds later, the 5-year-old want to come out. And then you get petty. Because the 12-year-old then came out. And then you get mad. Because the 15-year-old then came out. You got all of these different emotional versions of you that have not had a voice. That's why we do childhood trauma healing. Not because anybody wants to go back and deal with that shit and relive it. Don't nobody want to relive that shit. We going back so we can free them fucking versions of ourselves. So we can reclaim our energy and move the fuck on. That's why we go back. We're not going back to force ourselves to relive that shit and deal with it over and over again. Nobody want to do that. Who wants to fucking do that? That's not fun. But when you go back for the right reasons, when you go back to free yourself emotionally, heal yourself, give that version of you a voice. Let's do an exercise right now. Because y'all be thinking I'm bullshit. And I'm not playing with y'all no more. Let's do an exercise right now. Everybody close their eyes. Shouldn't nobody be typing nothing in these motherfucking comments. Because your eyes should be closed. Close your motherfucking eyes. Don't look at me. Don't like nothing. Don't do nothing. Close them. And I want you to imagine yourself as being whatever childhood version of you see first. Whether that's the 8-year-old version of you, 10-year-old version of you, 11, 12, 15, whatever age you remember. I want you to sit in that. Imagine yourself as being that version of you. And ask yourself, what is the one thing that I wish I had? Thinking of yourself as that version of you. What is the one thing that I wish I had? Whether it's love, whether it's emotional support, whether it's somebody to listen, whether it's I wanted somebody to save me, rescue me, take me, love me. And be serious. If you're not being serious, I will block the fuck out of you. I don't care. What is the one thing that I wish I had? Support. A listening ear, comfort, my mama, my daddy. Open your eyes. That's where you need to go. That's what healing looks like. What you saw when you closed your eyes, that's the version of you that needs to be freed. That's the version of you that needs a voice. That's what you have to go back and do. That's what you have to go back and do. Because they didn't have the voice that you have now. When you was 5, you didn't have the voice that you have now. You didn't have the authority that you have now to do something about your life and your situation. You didn't have the understanding that you have now as an adult to go back and free yourself and give yourself the love and compassion and all the things that you need. Those versions of you, and that's just one version of you that you've seen tonight. There's multiple versions of you that need that same space and opportunity. You got to go back and give them a space and opportunity. They deserve it. They've been through all the bullshit. They're the ones who got traumatized. Hello. It is what it is. You have to free them so that you can live. Until they get a voice and a chance to express themselves, they're always going to target you and you're not going to be able to live your life. That's why nothing you do is working. That's why you keep attracting these fuck-ass people. Some of y'all are dating y'all parents. That's why you got to go heal that shit so you can stop dating your mama and your daddy. That's why you got to go back. So that you can stop dating your parents. Or dating the perpetrator. Dating the person who traumatized you. You attracting them without even knowing you attracting them. You deserve that. Grounding is coming out. You got to get some stability. I didn't realize I was dating my motherfucking mama. Yes, you can date your mama, and I don't date women no more. But the minute I was attracting, baby, I was dating my mama. I didn't even know it came in the form of that. I said, what the when I had that revelation, I said, hold up. What the fuck is going on here? I was dating my mama. Every nigga that came into my life was a reflection of my mother. And that's not to say that they was feminine. It's to say the same characteristics as my mom, I found in them and didn't even realize it. I was befriending motherfuckers that was like my mama and didn't even realize it. Or the person that raised you. Whatever environment that you was in had the most impact on your life. And my mama had convinced me for a long time everything was my daddy's fault because she was the one raising me. Oh, it's your daddy. Your daddy this, your daddy that. Your daddy ain't shit. Your daddy this. And I'm like, yeah, Mom, you right. My daddy ain't shit because he not around. Even though you are my bully. Even though you never chose me and you chose my brothers over me, but you convinced me that it's my daddy, so I'm going to go around thinking that it's my daddy. Whole time, it was my mother. It was my mother. I said, what the fuck? I'm thinking this whole time I'm attracting motherfuckers like my daddy. My daddy wasn't even in the picture. How am I be affected by somebody who wasn't even around? That don't even make sense. But the motherfuckers who was under the same roof as me, raising me, teaching me, whether it was directly something that she said or something that she did. See, we learn a lot through actions, especially in early development. I was a school teacher, so we had to take classes on early childhood development. In them early ages, children watch. And I didn't even realize how much I was picking up on watching my mother. I didn't even realize it. That's what we do a lot. We will say, oh, well, this person abandoned me. This person wasn't around, so it must be this person's fault why I am the way that I am. Who were you around? For some of y'all, it was y'all grandmamas that raised y'all, and you wonder why you are the way that you are. My grandmother raised me until I was in 6th grade. My grandmother and her sister. My father's mom. And my grandfather, my father's father, left when my father was like 2 years old. So my grandmother, to this day, she has dementia, and she's almost 80, and she still remembers that she hates that man. And I tried to figure out why I was scared and why I would procrastinate for everything and why I was fearful to do shit. Because I was raised by a scary old lady who had her heart broken. And then I moved with my mother when I was in 6th grade and was raised by a mean woman who was manipulative emotionally and had a problem with men. And I somehow equated that to my daddy, who wasn't even a fuck around. You gotta think about shit like that. It's not always the big traumas that plague us the most. And take that from somebody who was essayed at 5. It's not always the big trauma. Sometimes it's fear. Some people can teach you fear. Some people can teach you procrastination and self-doubt. Some people can teach you lack of confidence in self. My grandma was the sweetest little old lady, but she hate that man, I tell you that. That's one thing she remember. Sweetest lady. And then you grow up and you an adult who's scared to make moves, and you scared to step out, and you scared to go on adventures, and you scared to do new things and be in new environments and new territories, and you trying to figure this shit out. My other grandmother, my mother's mother, you talking about a mean motherfucker to this day. And she's a pastor. So I was raised by motherfuckers who had God complexes. On top of being mean and nasty because they was hurt. They was hurt. See, my grandmother wasn't chosen. She wasn't chosen. She grew up a dark-skinned little girl in the motherfucking 50s and 60s. She wasn't chosen, so she was hurt. So she became a fighter. She became mean. And then you add that with the God complex, being a preacher and a pastor, baby, that's a recipe for disaster. Then you got somebody who was never wrong. Somebody who don't know how to take accountability. So when it came to me taking accountability, what the fuck is accountability? I knew how to spin anything. I could convince somebody it was their fault, even though I knew it was my motherfucking fault. I knew how to spin it so good because it was in my bloodline. Nobody loved on the women in my bloodline the way that they needed to be loved. Nobody fed them emotionally. So I learned how to spin shit. I learned how to be the biggest, baddest victim you could ever meet. Kicking asses, taking names, and still the victim somehow. Convincing motherfuckers that they did me wrong, even though I know I'm over here playing games. Playing with men. Men was toys to me. Because that's what the women in my life taught me. My family is a matriarch. I come from a matriarch. The women run the family in my life. Men don't run shit in my family. I come from a matriarch family where the women run it. Not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but when it's toxic femininity, whew, ain't nothing nastier than a broken woman. You talking about somebody that can spit hate and make you feel like the scum of the earth? Woo! I didn't have to put my hands on you. I can make you feel like shit with my words because I was taught that. Women who were insecure and they masked their insecurities with their motherfucking attitudes. That's where I come from. And I had to realize that, and I had to check it before I repeated the same shit. Thank God for the gift. I had to do some inner work. I had to sit with myself. I had to look myself in the motherfucking mirror and say, you was a nasty ass bitch. And I had to use that word because that's how I was acting, like a bitch. With a nasty ass attitude and a nasty mouth. I didn't know how to talk to people. Because I was angry and I was hurt and I was traumatized. And the women in my family, they was bullied. So you know what they started doing? Bullying other people in the family. Now you got a family of bullies. Everybody bullying somebody. Talking to people crazy. And because they had the gift of gab, they always had motherfuckers around them who would listen. So it just empowered them more. There was always people who would sit at their feet and listen to everything that they motherfucking say and take it as law. So then you have control. You have manipulation and you have control. You're talking about a recipe for disaster. You're talking about self-hate. Thank y'all for the gifts. I had to learn all of that about myself. And it didn't happen overnight either. When I started doing my shadow work, I was still mean. I still had anger issues sometimes. I still had a nasty ass attitude sometimes. I still talk to people crazy sometimes. I still would be emotionally manipulative sometimes. Because when you're doing something for so long, it becomes second nature. You be doing it, don't even know you be doing it. But the more I worked on it, the more I got self-aware. And that self-awareness started hitting me. I couldn't even do shit without my conscience being like, you know you fucked up. You know that was wrong. When your conscience started kicking in, you can't escape your conscience. See, it would be a lot of motherfuckers around me that'll try to tell me, you got a nasty attitude. You need to fix this. You need to fix that. I'm like, bitch, you don't know me. What the fuck? Fuck you. You don't fucking know me. I'm real. I'm real. That was my favorite thing. And guess who I got that from? My mama. Because that's what my mama would say. I'm real. I'm real. Anybody that gotta keep repeating that they fucking real, it's something wrong. It's something dirty in the water. Because if you are something, you don't gotta keep motherfucking telling the world that you are that thing. It should be evident. And I took on that same motherfucking nature. I'm just real. I just say what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I just speak truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't sugarcoat. That was my favorite shit. When I learned sugarcoat, what? That was my favorite word. I don't sugarcoat shit. I just tell it like it is. And either you like it or you don't. But it is what it is. I don't sugarcoat. What? I had a dictionary of words. What? Come on, man. What are we talking about? And then that self-awareness started hitting me. I couldn't even sleep at night sometimes if I talked to people crazy. That shit would plague me all through the night. I couldn't take my mind off it no matter what I did. And I would try to convince myself I ain't do nothing wrong. I ain't do nothing wrong. I couldn't go a day without thinking about it until I made it right. Then I had to start being a bigger person and do something that my family never do, which is apologize. Ooh, you talking about something that ate me up? Now I gotta go and tell this motherfucker I apologize? Ugh. I couldn't rest until I did it. I had no peace until I did it. That's how deep it got for me. Because Spirit said you working on yourself and you know what your problems are. You can't keep escaping this shit. You can't keep getting away with treating people the way that you fucking treating them. You can't keep getting away with talking to people crazy. So I had to start being a bigger person. I didn't want to do that bullshit. I didn't want to do that. I wanted people to come to me and say something. So I could feel like I had the power. I apologize if they call me or text me, then I say, you know, I'm sorry for what I did. And even in the beginning when I would apologize, it was always a but. I mean, I apologize if I made you feel some type of way, but you know what I'm saying? You had me fucked up when you had, and Spirit said, that's not what the fuck you do. I used to get checked. To this day, I can't do nothing to this day without Spirit being on my ass. Because now I'm self-aware, which means now I have to be responsible and accountable. And when you get into that mode, when you just keep getting checked and keep getting checked, eventually you just stop doing the shit. Because I didn't like being in that energy where I had to apologize to motherfuckers. I didn't like that. I'm like, I don't like how that made me feel, Spirit. I don't like having to go out here and tell motherfuckers sorry and shit. Well, I ain't never been sorry. I apologize. I don't never say I'm sorry because I'm not sorry. Now, I stand on that shit 10 toes. I ain't sorry shit. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that. So eventually I just stopped being a bitch. If I wanted to avoid always having to apologize to people, then I had to stop being a bitch. I had to change my ways. So now I think before I speak. You know that video when they be like, I'm finding it. Like, it take you that long to find it? Yeah. If I gotta sit here over here until I find it, baby, I'ma sit. Because I'd rather sit there and take the time to find the words than to say some shit, go off on a tangent, and end up in a situation where now I got to go apologize for something that I didn't fucking said out of anger or out of the heat of the moment. Patience is a virtue. So sometimes, me being me, I like to check shit at the door. I'm that type of person. Where you had me fucked up at is where I'm going to correct you at. That was always me. But I had to learn some shit you got to sleep on. Some shit you got to sit on. Because perspective sometimes takes time to adjust. That's why when you go to sleep on something, then you wake up, you realize like, damn, I was really tripping. After you done showed your motherfucking ass, you go to bed and you wake up and you be like, damn, I shouldn't have did all that. I used to be in that energy all the time. Why the fuck did I say that? I done said too fucking much. I done did too goddamn much. Because I just want to just turn up in a moment. I shouldn't have said it like that. I shouldn't have did it like that. Now I'm thinking about how I hurt that person's feelings, how I made them feel. Now all these things is going in my head. I'm like, I shouldn't have. That wasn't right. Now I'm sitting here feeling stupid. So I was like, fuck that. I'm just going to sleep on stuff now. And now I have boundaries because I understand my triggers. So when I'm triggered, I'll be like, look, give me a minute. Let's talk about this tomorrow. Because if I answer you right now, I'm going to hurt your feelings. And I'm going to regret. Now I know myself. I can establish my boundaries. Let me sleep on this. Give me a couple days. And I don't let people control my boundary. If I say I need some time, give me the motherfucking time. You're not going to force me into acting like my old self. Because I control my energy. I have control over me now. You don't control me. So if I say give me some motherfucking time to think, you better give me some time to think. So that we all can walk away from this with you know what I'm saying, a good outcome. Because now this is my boundary. See, when I know myself, I can establish my boundaries and move in my best interests. It's not about you. This is my world. I'm the main character. So I got to be secure. I got to be good within myself. I got to be able to have healthy conversations. And if I need time to be able to do that, then give me the motherfucking time. And a person who care about you will respect that time. that also helped me eliminate a lot of motherfuckers out of my life. Because when I start implementing them boundaries, a lot of people didn't like that shit. And it made it real obvious. Oh, you don't want me to be my best self. You like getting reactions out of me. I had to learn that shit too. There were some people who loved to piss me off. I dated some niggas. They used to be like, I love when you get mad. I love when you get a little attitude. I love when you cuss me out. And I'd be like, that's just the dumbest shit. I'm allowing this motherfucker to take me to 10. I'm over here pissed. And they over here like, you know, playing with their nipples and shit. It's making them horny. And I'm over here, can't calm down, mad, my whole week fucked up because I'm still thinking about the bullshit. And this motherfucker over here with not a care in the world. I was like, damn, I'm letting too many people control my motherfucking energy. Even when I'm walking into rooms and I don't like people in them rooms. And then I'm sitting in there with an attitude and I'm mad and shit because the motherfucker in the room with me. I used to say, I don't even like people breathing the same air as me if I don't fuck with you. I don't even want you breathing the same air as me. I was that type of motherfucker. Bitch, I don't like you. Go the fuck outside. I don't give a damn. When I was in church, my mama used to bring me in so many motherfucking meetings because I'd be beefing with everybody. I ain't give a fuck. Every motherfucking Sunday. Shania, we need you to come to the back and pass this office because we need to have a meeting. I'm like, damn, these people so motherfucking emotional. I'm sitting there with an attitude every Sunday in my grandmother's office and they sitting here trying to talk to me. Why are you not talking to your cousin? Why are you being mean to this person? Why did you cuss this person out? And I'm sitting there like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm not talking to them. I don't care. Oh, well, I don't fuck with them, grandma. I don't like them. I'm not talking to them. I could walk in a room and you didn't exist to me. I sung on a praise team with my cousin and didn't talk to her for a year. We did rehearsals together. We did shows together. We sung in my mama group together. We traveled together. I ain't talked to that motherfucker. She didn't exist to me. And she the one who taught the parts. She was over the motherfucking background vocals. I ain't talked to that hoe for a year. Are you kidding me? I would walk in that motherfucker and speak to everybody but her. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. I would be in meetings all the motherfucking time. They calling meetings and telling me I gotta leave. Because they gotta talk to me separately because they know my mouth. Alright, man, y'all pussy. That's what I would think. Y'all pussies. Y'all can't handle my mouth. I'm fucking 5 foot. What, you want to fight? What the fuck? Y'all could probably beat me up. Y'all pussy. I ain't give a fuck about nothing because I was hurt and I was mad. And instead of me understanding how to communicate my motherfucking feelings, I shut the fuck down and act like you ain't exist to me. I done blocked my mama. I done blocked my daddy. I done stopped talking to my brothers before anybody could get the silent treatment out me. Hello, rated E for everybody. I don't give a fuck. That's how I was. Thinking that I was being grown. I thought that was grown woman shit. I convinced myself that was grown woman shit. All because I was hurt. I was mad that people was doing me wrong and I was being loyal and shit. Which I had a valid reason to be upset. But the way I went about it was wrong. And that's what it is. Sometimes you are valid in what you feel. But the way you go about it determines everything. The way you go about it determines everything. And I had to learn that lesson. There is a way that you educate people on your boundaries. But if you don't know your motherfucking boundaries, how can you educate people on them? How can I expect for you not to cross a boundary that I never explained to you? Or that I don't even know is there? And that's what I would do. People would cross boundaries that I didn't even know that I had. They would trigger things within me that I didn't even know was there. And by the time I knew it, I was going ape shit. So I had to learn. There's boundaries and then there's non-negotiables. You got to establish what in your life is a non-negotiable. I had to sit down with myself and say, okay, what are my boundaries? Boundaries are things that people may do that you can forgive. That's a boundary, right? So, an example, one of my boundaries is don't yell at me. If you want to have a good conversation with Poca, don't raise your voice at me. Talk to me nice. The minute you raise your motherfucking voice, I don't have a problem taking it there. That's a boundary. That's something that I can explain. Hey, you're yelling. And that triggers me. So if you want to continue with this conversation, you know what I'm saying? If you want to continue talking, I have no problem with continuing the conversation, but you're going to have to bring your voice down and talk to me with some respect. Or we just going to have to end this conversation. That's a boundary. A non-negotiable is you cheat on me. If I'm in a relationship, you cheat on me, that's non-negotiable. That's not a boundary, that's non-negotiable. Non-negotiable means one and done. The first time you did it is the last time you get an opportunity to do it. Right? A non-negotiable is, betraying my friendship or betraying my trust or my loyalty. Non-negotiable. You can't come do that shit again. You got to establish in your life, based on you, based on your triggers, based on your experiences, what are my non-negotiables? What are my boundaries? What is forgivable? What is not forgivable? You have the opportunity and the authority to dictate those things for your life. I always say, treat yourself like a country. Treat yourself like a country. I can't go to Russia and do whatever I want to do. They have rules and regulations in Russia. They don't give a fuck that I can do those same things in America and get away with it. They don't care. And some people like that. Some people think that just because they can do it over there, that they can come over here and do it. You got to be the one to say, not happening. I don't care who let you talk to them like that. You're not going to talk to me like that. I don't care who let you treat them like that. You're not going to treat me like that. You are a country. You got rules, laws, and regulations. And if anybody want to dwell in your motherfucking environment, they got to follow the rules, laws, and regulations. But the rules, laws, and regulations have to be posted for everyone to see. Which means that you have to be aware of the same things. You have to have a relationship with yourself where you can set rules, laws, and regulations. And be able to communicate them. It can't be no secret-ass rule. And then they break it, and then you want to break their neck. You can't do that. That's why you got to know yourself. That's why you got to spend time with yourself. So you know exactly what is and isn't permitted in your energy. Exactly what you will and will not put up with. That takes time. You got to spend that time with yourself so you can figure all of those things out. Because some people may do things just because they don't know. They don't know. People used to yell at me not because they just wanted to yell at me, but they didn't know that triggered me. They was used to raising their voice and talking to people like that. I never explained to them that I don't put up with that shit. So I was responsible as well for them treating me like that because I never explained to them how to treat me. And then I wasn't setting a good example of it either. If I go to a country that said that they got these laws, but then everybody is not following them, then what the fuck? I got to follow my own rules and laws. I got to treat myself with the same respect that I expect for you to treat me with. I have to love on myself with the same love that I expect for you to come with. I got to honor myself with the same honor that I expect for you to have with me. And if I'm not doing it, I'm setting an example that you can break any rule and law that you want and still be over here. Because I'm breaking my own rules and laws in the way that I'm treating myself. That was another thing I had to learn. How can I expect for somebody to come to me with loyalty and honor when I'm sitting here not being loyal or honorable to myself? I can't require of you what I don't expect of myself. Don't make sense. I set the tone. When you come into my space, you are gauging how to treat me based on the way you see me treating myself. So all the people that came into my life disrespecting me, they saw me being disrespectful to myself. So they knew that they could get away with it. She don't even love herself. Oh, I can come over here and play around. I can come over here and do whatever I want. She don't even take care of herself. She don't even love on herself. She don't even treat herself right. What the fuck? She not gonna expect nothing to me. I can do the bare motherfucking minimum. See, when you set the tone, you set the standard. That means anything below my standard is not cutting it. Anything below this motherfucker ain't cutting it. So when people come into your life with the bare minimum, it's because your standards are down here. That goes back into what? Accountability. All right, let's get some confirmation and close this out. This will be posted on YouTube for those who want to watch it from the beginning or watch it over. The link is in my bio. I am still doing full moon reading specials. I'm still doing consultation specials for spiritual beginners or people who need advice. And I'm still doing a 2-week mentorship special. The 2 weeks cover shadow work and self-love. So I'm going to break down shadow work based on your journey and what you have going on. And give you some tips, tools, and exercises for that. And then we also cover ancestors and protection, which is also another major part of your foundation, okay, of your journey. All right. It is $88 for the 2 weeks. It also comes with 2 free 30-minute consultations and 2 follow-ups or check-ins throughout those 2 weeks, okay? You get 24/7 access to me with the mentorship, meaning that you can reach out to me at any time and ask questions, okay? The full moon reading is 10 cards for $26. I'm also doing other 10-card reading specials as well for other topics, ancestor messages, life alignment messages, life path alignment messages, and there's something else I can't remember. But if you're interested, just inbox me for the information. The specials are not on my website. You have to inbox me directly for those. I'm going to put it here. For anybody who does want to message me, you can just send a direct message that way. You can also go on my website for other other services that are available if you do need them. All right. I do post daily horoscopes to this TikTok as well as my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Monday through Friday. I don't usually do horoscopes on the weekend, but yeah. All right, Spirit, confirmation for the collective. The specials end Saturday at midnight. So you do have the rest of the week to book. All right, look at that. Transformation coming out. Storms, change, right? Storms are not always a bad thing. Again, it's all about perspective, right? Sometimes the storm has to come. Sometimes that tornado need to come and rip them trees apart and shake up the soil so that things can grow. Sometimes you need that motherfucking water to come from the sky to nourish what you have planted. Storms are not always a bad thing. Everything is perspective. And in order to heal, you got to start changing your perspective. Because you will always have challenges on this journey. There's always going to be something more that you have to do. There's always going to be something that you have to learn, something that you have to see, some new way that you have to grow, some lesson that you have to have, right? So we don't want to start thinking that just because we have challenges or certain storms in our life or certain things are not going the way that we think, you don't want to get into the mode of thinking things are going wrong and that you're being punished or something, because that's not what's happening. If anything, you're being cultivated. Pressure makes diamonds. So when the pressure is happening, don't complain, because one day you're going to be the fucking diamond. And you're not going to give a fuck about that pressure when you evolve as that diamond. I guarantee you that. The moon is coming out. We do know full moon is today. But Spirit is talking about the subconscious. It's time for a lot of y'all to get into your subconscious. Right? What am I feeling beneath the surface? What am I not saying? What am I not speaking? Okay? Hold on, boo. I'm gonna type it in the comments in a second. Give me 1 second. Dark masculine energy, getting out of that ego. Getting out of that hyper masculinity, especially for my divine feminines. You can't enter your soft girl era if you're not trying to check yourself on your bullshit. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. All right, that's Facebook, Instagram.